Truth is, I'm scared, cause when I see you coming, all I wanna do is tell you that I love you. I know you're better off without me, cause your tears stain eyes make it dark out when you're around me. Like a needle lost in the sand, the ink dried in my hand. It's unthinkable. Like a bird that never learned to fly, I shouldn't ask you to try. It's unthinkable, but
If there's a cure for this, I don't want it. I don't want it. If there's a remedy, I run from it. I run from it. Think about it all the time. Never let it in my mind, 'cause I love you. I got the slightest hangover. I don't wanna get over. So just get over.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Good evening, and welcome to MTG After Dark. After Dark. That was our girl Erica Badu of Dallas, Texas. Yeah, Miss Badu. If y'all don't remember, she did the Diana Ross tribute some time ago, and I love that. I got the sweetest hangover. I love that part. I do. Can't play the whole video because that video is like almost 4 minutes long. But I wanted to jump on and say, what's up, everybody? Welcome to After Dark. Listen, please do us a favor. You already know what we like to ask. Do us a favor and be 21 and up to participate in our conversations. Of course, viewing listener discretion is advised. It's our opinion. These conversations gonna be my opinion on tonight. And do us a favor again, be 21. Be 21 to participate in these conversations. Now, we asking that you do that right now and go ahead and making sure that your mom and them and stuff like that don't be coming at us and all kind of stuff. So we just go ahead and do that. Let me see. Schedule for later. It won't let me do it. I'm not really sure why it's not letting me go live on my page, but that's all right. Catch us on YouTube and the Master Gas Entertainment page. But let me tell y'all something. Tonight's show. I think my girl Miss Sunshine might come on. I know she's been working hard all day long. I sent her the link, but I know she's sharing this broadcast to everyone that she knows and loves. But I tell you this right here. Tonight's show, being nasty and needy. Being nasty and needy. Oh, this need to go be live on my show. I don't know why it's not live right now on Facebook. What I should do is just go live right now, and just go forth with it. And matter of fact, I might just go on and do that or whatever. Just go live on my page or whatever. But let me tell you something. You can't be nasty and needy. It just don't go. It just do not go over well with the people if you nasty and you need it. It just don't make no darn sense. Now, if I go live on my Facebook page, I'm so and now I'm gonna do it. We're just gonna keep it on YouTube, keep it what we got going on, so y'all catch the videos. But yeah, listen, do us a favor on this coming Saturday. Myself, Mo Swag, and Hendrix, we will be on the wire this coming Saturday for MTG Live. Thank y'all so much for just keeping up with us and all that good stuff. We really do appreciate that. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. Thank you, you guys, so much for listening and watching with us. So again, it's after dark time. Y'all know what it is. It's after dark time. I'm not gonna be on here long because I got a couple things I want to talk about. I got a couple things I want to talk about. First and foremost, I what I want to do is I want to play this video that I found on TikTok, and it's gonna kind of set the premise on what we've been talking, what we're gonna be talking about on tonight, and all that good stuff, you know. And so I'm going to play this video again. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for watching. Click that like button, click that share button, click that subscribe button for those of you that are on YouTube. It don't cost you a dime to subscribe. It just let you know when we on. That's it. Make sure you go on and do that. So yeah, so there's a video that I'm gonna go ahead and pull up right now, real quick. You know what? Let's do something funny first. Let's go on and do something funny first. So if you was at the church, you at church, and you praising the Lord, you know everything is going so wonderful. You giving God all this wonderful praise, and you actually look up at the church, and when you look up at the church, you see this going on. Tell me in the comments, what would you do? What would you say? You know, help me out, help me understand. So y'all check this out. Watch this. I'm playing that one more time so y'all can get it. This is from the Funny Church congregation on TikTok. Thank y'all so much for letting me share your content. If you was at the church and you see all of that going on, what would you do? Drop your comments, talk to me, let me know what's going on if you saw that video. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it's after dark time. It's after dark. So I know if I saw something like that go on at the church, I would holler. I would holler, I would yell, probably take a video like the person did. I would probably try my best to get a video of this entire scenario or whatever if I saw somebody twerking that hard in the church. I will say one thing, at least she was in the back. I mean, now she may have been, like mid back or something like that because somebody obviously could record it, but I mean, she was getting it in at the church house. I mean, that music, some of y'all be doing that, when y'all getting it, when you getting it in. I got the sweetest hangover. What's up, Keith? What's up, Keith? Said, yes, Lord. Everything got to praise. Everything got to praise. Listen, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I'm gonna play this little clip that I found real quick by this brother named Ryan Dunlap. He's actually on TikTok. I actually kind of follow him a little bit, but I saw a post that he put up the other day, and this was really, really, really something that actually kind of dealt with what I had gone this weekend. And y'all, let me tell you something. This past weekend, I dealt with a little situation this past weekend, and it was real interesting on how the situation kind of unfolded because, in my opinion, it was a huge misunderstanding. And yes, for once, it was not my fault. Yeah, for me, it was not my fault. Y'all know I get blamed for a whole lot of stuff. I just want to say that it wasn't my fault this time. Just was not my fault. But check this out. I want y'all to listen to this brother here. And I'm not gonna play the whole video, but I'm gonna give you just a little bit on what he said. Check this out. Check this out.
Needy.
We're gonna start that.
You can't be nasty and needy. You don't get to mistreat people and expect there to be no consequences. It's natural for people to protect themselves from people who try to hurt them. See, decency is the price you pay for access.
Mm,
Access to help, access to support, access to consideration. If you're going to have a bad attitude or mishandle your words and mistreat people, then you better be ready to handle life on your own. Most folks aren't signing up to help somebody who hurts them.
mm.
Like, how are you bold enough to be reckless with your conduct, but then soft enough to expect support?
What?
Make that make sense. You can't bruise your fist on my chin and then ask me for the band aid.
Mm.
That's not how this works. That's not how life works. So you got to choose. Either be measured with your mouth, careful with your character, and considerate with your actions, or be ornery and walk alone. Like, if you're out here burning bridges, don't act surprised when nobody shows up with a boat. Favor flows where honor goes. So treat people with consideration, or they might treat you the way you treat them.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Drop them comments. I want y'all to know what y'all think of my brother there. Drop the comments because let me tell you something. You cannot be nasty and needy. You cannot be nasty and needy. He set the premise for this. So I agree with everything that he's saying. You can't go around here treating people any kind of way and then expect for people to do for you or necessarily come to your rescue when you need it. I mean, you just can't be, and I hate to say this, but sometimes, unfortunately, we run across a lot of people who have a lot of bad attitudes, especially in our community. We all are going through things and stuff like that. But if you just got a nasty demeanor, a nasty attitude, if you're just a nasty person, that's no excuse. I think we hear all the time, oh, that's just the way he is, or that's just the way she is. They just like that or whatever. Staying needy. Share this broadcast. Share it. Go ahead. It ain't gonna hurt you. Your friends, your family, your hoes, ugly hoes, pretty hoes, share them. Frenemies, all that. Share this. And so you can't be nasty and needy at the same time. So let's share a story. Not a Blanche Devereaux story. This story is actually true. But like I said to you, it wasn't my fault this time. I was innocent this time. And I got a bad mouth. I got a potty mouth. But, I've learned to kind of pull back, especially if it don't have nothing to do with me. And I ain't going to even I'm going to be honest with you. I was buzzing. So I didn't even know things had went down the way that it did. But here we go. Here's a scenario. We went to a friend of mine's birthday gathering, and it was real nice, cooler atmosphere. I like the little sports club vibe. You know what I'm saying? Had the little karaoke mix in there. It's real nice, large space too. Had the pool hall in there. Had the arcade in there. Everything was cool. The time I went to go and wash my hands in the bathroom was clean. Real nice establishment out here in Dallas. And so we all get there, birthday girl comes in, we celebrating the birthday girl. Everything is going cool. Everybody's having a good time, and all that good stuff. So, again, we are just having a good time, not really tripping. Everything is cool. So there was a conversation piece that kind of came up or whatever. We all discussing in the conversation. And I think I alluded to the fact that, sometimes, you got to be able to, when you are in certain relationships and stuff like that, you got to be able to do what you need to do to satisfy the person that you with, having that kind of conversation. But we just chilling again. We laughing, we vibing. Everything is wonderful. So then a young lady made a comment to one of the young men that was there. And of course, you have to be honest, ladies, I'm just so sorry. Sometimes you just can't be, if you don't know a person or whatever, you just can't be throwing slugs. You just can't be coming at people like you know them, especially if you got a couple of drinks in your system. You just can't be saying anything that you want to say to a person and then expect that person not to react. But my boy, in my opinion, reacted in a way that was mannerable, but I could understand maybe how she took offense to it. So what she said was, we started talking about different sexual things or whatever. Again, me, I'm all out the box. I'm crazy, laughing, all this kind of stuff, throwing stuff out there, just acting a complete gump, as my mama would say. We having fun. And so she said to one of the fellas at the table, she was like, you know, so are you walking around here, you know, getting fucked in the ass by your girl? That's what she said. And the whole table kind of, kind of took aback a little bit. And so he was like, well, ain't no bitch fucking me in my ass. Okay. That's what he said. That was his reply at the table. So she in turns gets mad because she assumed that he called her a bitch, which he did not call her the B word. He said, ain't no B screwing me in my butt, basically, if I want to try to cut down on the profanity. And so when he said that or whatever, she was like, ain't nobody fits to be disrespecting me. And ain't nobody fits to be disrespecting me, and I got to sit here and I got to take it. You know what? I'm about to go. I'm about to leave. I'm about to go now, because you ain't fit to sit here and call me no B, and I sit here and I take that or whatever. I don't take it from nobody. And she going off, going off. Now, of course, as a black man, okay, I am a black man. I can speak for other black men and say that sometimes when, especially when ladies, when y'all get upset or whatever the case is, if we put our hands up like this, or we say, hold on, hold on, hold on, sometimes that could be an aggressive stance. Okay, especially depending on what you may have gone through in your life. We don't know if that's a trigger or not. But again, they didn't know each other. And the young man was like, hold on. You're not even hearing what I said. You're not even listening to what I'm saying. I didn't call you that. What I said was no B was going to do this to me. No, 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 that's what you said, blah, 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 blah. And then she gets up and she proceeds to the bar. Now, I'm lit, but I'm trying to really be there for the birthday girl because she's a good friend of mine, and I'm really, really trying to kind of keep this together, kind of deal. And so I get up and I go to the bar. Now, she's not yelling at me. She's not disrespectful to me. I said, "Well, what's going on? What happened?" Because again, I heard what my boy said, but again, I was laughing at it because you know, if she would have said that to me, I would say, "Well, is your man doing that to you?" And if she would have said, "Yeah," then I probably would say, "With your loose booty hole having ass," I would have went there with it. Tried to keep it light. Try to joke or whatever the case it is. But everybody's not like me. You know, and so she was like, no, no, I'm not okay. He disrespecting me, and I'm not sitting nowhere for nobody to disrespect me, especially some dude that I don't know. And I was like, okay, but I didn't hear him call you that. Are you sure you heard him right? I heard what I heard, and I'm fist to go. And then so she proceeds to tell one of the guests to come out with her to her car because the birthday girl rode with her. It was like, and come and get her stuff because I'm fist to go. I'm leaving right now. Not, to the birthday girl, like, hey, you know what? I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna leave right now, before I feel like I'm about to get disrespectful or whatever. She said nothing to the birthday girl other than I'm out of here, I'm gone. Bye. And so come to find out, that this young lady, is also kind of going through some different things in her own relationship, her own different demons that she's dealing with, or whatever the case it is. And I'm like, okay, so no wonder why she's so mad. No wonder why she acting a fool, because she may feel that anytime that that word may come across somewhere from another man, maybe she feel like it's towards her. And I just want to say, you cannot be nasty and needy at the same time. You cannot be, and ladies, I'm sorry, fellas, this is for us too, but for ladies, I kind of got to be talking to y'all a little bit. You cannot be wanting a man to exercise his vulnerable parts, exercise, him being open and honest with you, want him to, what I'm saying, do what he needs to do as a man in your life, and you got a funky attitude. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Now, don't get me wrong. I do know that there's a lot of toxic relationships out there. Some of y'all even get off on that. You know what I'm saying? But for me and my peace of mind, or whatever the case it is, I'm not running into nobody that's gonna talk to me like I done lost my darn mind. Because the first time you do that, it's a wrap for me. Because my gray hair and my peace of mind says it all. I'm too old for that. I ain't going through that kind of stuff with nobody. And y'all share your comments, talk to me. And so the thing is that you sit back and you go through relationship after relationship after relationship because you got a bad attitude. Hmm. Don't get me wrong. There's a difference between standing up for yourself and making sure that you are respected. I believe in that. But in hindsight of respect, get the clear understanding of what somebody said to you first before you take your attitude from 0 to 10 or 0 to 100. Because again, you don't know the person that you sitting across. You don't know how he may react. Now, of course, we knew who he was, and we knew that he wasn't going to disrespect her. You know what I'm saying? And even if he may have disrespected her, he would have said, you know what, I am so sorry. That wasn't what I said. That's not what I meant. That's not what went down. That's not what's going on. And you sit back and you just get the wrong idea. What's up? What's up, Lee? You sit back and you say, I'm just going. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Because you sit back and you like, okay, you just didn't understand what's going on with the person. That is not cool. You cannot be needy and nasty at the same time, ladies. You cannot be needy and nasty. Fellas, listen, you can't be walking around here whining when you sick and whining when you're not feeling good and wondering why your girl, is not taking care of you, because the moment she bring you something or whatever, you throw it up in her face that, she don't never do this, she don't never do that, she this, she that, she sorry, she ain't no good. You can't be nasty and needy at the same time. My ex told me something the other day, and I don't have a habit of talking to my exes. I don't. I just don't. But my ex told me something the other day and told me, you were very dismissive in our relationship, very dismissive. And to be honest with you, I know exactly what she talking about, because I was very dismissive. You know, when something went down or whatever case, I was like, man, whatever, bro. I don't even care. Do what you want to do. That Aquarius brain just acted up real crazy. Isn't that a narcissist? Absolutely, it is. Narcissism is real rampant in the black community. We will definitely some of us will play the victim real quick after you done treated somebody a certain kind of way and expect them to come to your rescue and get pissed if they don't. You can't do that. You cannot be that way. And we have to be able to be smarter in this generation of time on how you handle people, because now y'all already know we in a Trump era, for at least for the next 3 years. People on edge, people on the verge, ain't no telling what's going on. They coming after rights of blacks. and minorities all over the place, all over in this country. They're doing a lot of different things, and a lot of people are affected. And what happens is that it's affecting everybody in a different way. Somebody's kids may be acting up or whatever. Your relationship may not be going well. Mama, daddy, somebody could be sick. Anything could be going on, and you'll never know who you catch on the edge, especially somebody that you don't know. And I'm here to tell you right now that you gotta watch the way you treat people. I do not care. Listen, if you are a person that is prone to knowing that you are that sensitive and you know that you have a bad temper, I encourage you to find your nearest therapist and find out what the hell is going on with you. Because that situation could have been easily remedied. And not only that, I do believe that she heard him correct. And I say that because when I said to her, well, I don't believe that he said that to you. I didn't hear him call you a B. I heard him say, there ain't no B gonna do this to me. That's what I heard him say. And she said, nevertheless, I'm ready to go. So you not only jumping the gun, you're not even trying to listen. Listen, like Judge Judy say this all the time. I've been told this in my own household many times. God gave you two ears and one mouth for a reason. Two ears and one mouth for a reason. Put on your listening ears. Sometimes it is not required for you to act a fool when you act a fool. It's just not. And especially if you in your 40s heading towards your 50s, you don't have to act the fool with everybody that you come in contact with. And maybe that's maybe the way she felt. But at the same time, it's okay to give a person a listening ear to say, you know what? Maybe I heard you wrong, my bad. But that was disrespectful. Can you not say that or whatever? But we got to be all willing to communicate with somebody and communicate and listen willingly. Another thing on that situation, yes, is the fact that you come up in this. First of all, you was uncomfortable when you sat down, sis. You was uncomfortable when you sat down. And if she see this, let's do it, because I'm with it. I'm with the shit. Y'all know I be with it. But you was uncomfortable when you came up in there because the birthday girl told you, listen, well, we going, you know, dress down, you know what I'm saying? Dress, dress, be cute, but you ain't got to, get shimmied all up. You ain't got to do all of this that you doing. Just come cute. Birthday girl walking in there, she's looking really, really nice in her little dress, got on her little wedges, looking real pretty, got her hair done, you know. Another young lady come looking really nice or whatever, dressed down, I'm in a shirt and some jeans and some kicks, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, hey sis, and all of a sudden you come up in there with your shimmering top on and a little short little wrap skirt or mini little skirt or whatever, and you know damn well you really built like this. But oh my god, you built like this, and you want to come up in there and you want to come up there with a funky attitude already. And my thing is, why you trying to outdress the birthday girl? It's the birthday girl's time. And and my friend, she's not a lavish person. Short, sweet, and simple is cool with her. You know what I'm saying? Short and sweet and simple is cool with her. As long as she has a good time, that's all it's about. And my thing is, you sit up, and when you get there, number one, you dress nice. You know how like somebody give you a compliment, say, "Oh, that's a cute outfit." They don't say nothing about your mug though. Because I was telling my homegirl, I was like, well, she really ain't all that cute. But, because if it was me, I'd be like, oh, you look nice, But if it's somebody that I'm attracted to, it's a pretty woman, I'm like, oh my God, you're beautiful. Pretty girl, pretty lady, whatever. Y'all know how we give underhanded back slapped ass compliments or whatever. You know how we do it, and so, oh, I wish I could show a picture, but I can't show that. I can't do that. I can't do that, but I wish I could show y'all a picture. I got the sweetest hangover. I don't wanna get over. You can't be nasty and needy. Miss Montgomery, welcome to the show. She said, "What about the birthday girl? She was there for. She owed the birthday girl an apology." I said that. I told the birthday girl she owe you an apology because you just up and left dysfunction that the birthday girl sent us information on. We know that she doesn't get out a whole lot, but this particular year she wanted to really celebrate since a lot of us was in town at the same time. And so she felt like, hey, listen, let's get together, celebrate my birthday. I don't want to do a lot. I just want to go do some karaoke. I want to laugh. But let me tell you something. Thank God for Keisha. Keisha, who is Keisha? Keisha was one of the young ladies that got up and did the karaoke, and she started singing Tyrone. I think Keisha saved the night because I was acting the fool with Keisha. We was singing Tyrone loud with her, like we was on the microphone, because the young lady that left needed to be called. She needed to call Tyrone. You come in there in your shimmery outfit, and if they put a spotlight on you, the whole damn club, the whole damn place gonna glow up with nothing but purple and lavender lights. Just spinning around. And every time you move, all you gonna see is pink, purple, and lavender all the way around you. And again, you build like this. Y'all see that? I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I mean, it'd be different if she was shapely, but she wasn't even. She ain't well my cup of tea. And yes, I'm talking about her. Yes, I could be shady. Yes, I might be petty in this moment because you could have ruined my friend's birthday by being immature. And listen, when you want to get in a relationship or you want to deal with somebody or whatever, on a certain level, you got to be an adult about certain things. You cannot be walking around here halfway listening to people when they talking to you. And you threw the first punch. You threw the first slug. He wasn't even, wait a minute, we wasn't even talking about booty holes. Right? We was talking about crazy stuff like, yeah, sometimes I like to be tied up and sometimes I like to be this. We was talking about stuff like that. We was having a good conversation. We was just chilling. And all of a sudden, so would you let your girl F you in the butt? Homie was like, ain't no B gonna ever F me in my behind. And the only thing you heard was the B word. Listening is crucial. You can't be sitting up here being all mad and shit because somebody said the B word. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And you don't even know what you're gonna do, with the man that you got, because you don't even know what love is. You know, Another thing about that night, because this is the reason why I'm doing After Dark, because I said, you know what, I got to get on and talk about this. Another thing about that night, you act like when you got there, you act like you was doing my friend a favor. You know how, like, some people, you could be, you may need something from somebody or whatever, and and not even necessarily that my friend needed her. I'm not going to even say that, but what I will say is that my friend actually, rolled with her to the function or whatever. And when you get there like, oh, had the attitude, well, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't be here in the first place. Now, yeah, I was messing with my friend about her being tardy because she always late to shit. I'm just like, bro, you gotta be a little bit more on time, but that's something that I'll tell her in private. I'll tell her in public. It don't even matter to me. Be a little bit more on time. I remember one time I invited my friend to a play that was being done in Dallas one time, and a ticket, we got the ticket for her, and she didn't get there to intermission. I'm like, what is you doing? And then she's gonna talk about I really didn't want to go. I was like, okay, well, yeah, you coming because that ticket was bought for you, so you coming. So you might as well get on up, and you got to get on up. Yeah, you got to get on up and get on out here. I got the sweetest hangover. Oh, I love that. I may play that again before we leave the show. I love Erica Badu's version of that song, but for Diana Ross, I love that. But back to what I was saying. You can't be coming up in there acting like you the shiz, Nick, and you're not even a 3 on the scale in my book. And you wonder why you can't keep no relationship, and you wonder why, you know, the man that you're looking for, that you want this tall, to have this amount of money, to have you to, you know, do everything or whatever the case is so you can chillax or whatever, or since you're kind of successful in your own right or whatever, that he need to match you. Ain't no man gonna be matching you with a funky attitude like that. It's not happening. Lee said most people are most people that are full of themselves usually act like that. They do. Most that are like that. They are. Like for real. You can't be acting like that with people, man. What is wrong with you? It is horrible and it is wrong. For you to act like, you all that in the bag of chips. Like for real. And you can't keep your own man steady. Told gon' tell the poor man, get his shit and get out and all kind of stuff, and was bragging about it too. I'm like, clearly, you ain't ran across a nigga like me. Clearly. Because if you the first time you tell me to get anything and get out, we ain't having no further conversations. The first time you say anything out the way to me, we ain't have no further conversation other than this has been nice, but I don't think that we should talk any further. And I'm gonna say it just as nice as I can, because in a minute it's gonna be nice nasty, and then after a while it's gonna be just straight up nasty coming out my mouth, because I don't care. I'm just saying. You can't be nice and nasty. And I mean, you can't be needy and nasty all in the same time. You just can't be. You just cannot be that way. Have y'all ever run into a person like that before? Now, Lee, I think you may know a little bit something about a narcissistic person. You know, y'all talk to me. What do y'all think about that? You run across a person think they all that, and then the moment that they throw a slug and they get hit back in the face with the slug or whatever, even though it was an unintentional comeback or whatever, it wasn't even really a comeback. It was just a statement that my boy was like, ain't that it's not happening to me. And he used the B word, and all of a sudden now you in an uproar. Now I do know what the word bitch means. Is a female dog, and if you ever watch, some of those dog competitions, they'll say, yeah, she's a beautiful bitch. She's a really, she's a stealthy bitch. She can do this and she can do that, and she can do this and she can do that, and she's a beautiful bitch. They they do. They do. They do. Man, narcissism will run a person away from you. And you cannot be sitting up there, like the brother said on the video. You can't be sitting up here, chunking me in the chin and expect me to be like, yeah, I'm just to come and help you. You can't. You cannot be. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I wish Sunshine was on here, because I would really love to hear her thoughts about this. But my girl is tired. I told her, go and go sleep, do whatever you're doing. Have your glass of wine or something. Lee say some just want to use people for their own purpose. Total users. You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with that, because I think that some, people that are like that are narcissists, or have narcissistic tendencies or traits or whatever, always tend to need more. They always have to need more. and then turn around and be like, oh, well, if you don't do this for me, then basically you're nothing to me. And she got that kind of attitude. She got the kind of attitude. So I'm just saying, can we adjust our attitudes in this season? We already got enough going on. I know y'all heard about, Orange Man and Elon Musty getting into it all over Facebook. Trump don't want no more Teslas made in the US no more. And then say he'll sell his for $69 for him to use the number 69. I got the Swiss hangover. I'm just saying. Never satisfied, bro. Ain't never satisfied. Cassie, we say booty holes when you say it like that. Listen, she said it. Listen, Cassie, if y'all listen, I'll recap it real quick. Homegirl, we was talking about sex and stuff and different things like that. I think I may have said something about being tied up or tying somebody up or whatever. I think I may have said. Y'all know me. I just, I love to be comical in my own little right, and then I go on by my business. But we was talking about that, and then she asked one of the gentlemen at the table, so do you let your girl F you in ass? And it wasn't that he took offense. He was like, ain't no B effing me in my ass. And the only thing she heard was the B word. And then you get mad and you want to storm off. I ain't nobody gonna be disrespecting me. I ain't gonna be nowhere where no man disrespect me. Okay, but you just disrespected him. So you what? You don't feel that what you said and what you did was wrong? And then you get up and you leave and you don't even say nothing to the birthday girl like thank you for inviting me, or girl, I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable no more. I'm so sorry I got to leave. You don't do none of that kind of stuff, none of the adult things. And I know she having that issue in her relationship, because if you get mad because the man said that what a lady wasn't gonna do to him or anybody for that fact, why would you even what was the point of you getting mad? I don't get that. Listen, sis, I give me a second because I'm twisting me one up in a second. But yeah, I'm just saying. I don't want nothing else from this night, kid. Some people look for conflict. You know what? People do be walking around with chips on their shoulders. They do. But what she don't know, that I know, and that the birthday girl knows, is that if she would have kept coming at him, he had no problem clearing her. Now, the only reason why he didn't know, I would say 2 or 3 reasons why. Number one, the birthday girl, because we there for our friend. You know what I'm saying? And he and I both, if we stand 10 toes down, we could a whole room. No problem. No problem. So I knew he didn't really mean anything by it, but he was like, well, I'm sorry. He wanted to fix it, wanted to clear it up because it was the birthday girl. Then number two, he has a daughter. He has a daughter, and he loved his children. So he wouldn't be disrespecting a woman like that outright. And then number three, again, he loves his woman who he's with. So why would he just up and just call you a B out of nowhere and he don't know you? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because for me, I'm not walking around here calling women bees, whatever the case it is. Now I may say, well, I don't need you acting, like, one of them B words. I don't need you acting like that. Can you well, don't be calling me that. I didn't call you one, but you really acting like one right now. We need to put on our listening ears. Again, 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason. And I just don't understand how so many women can be nasty and needy at the same damn time. Can y'all help me out? Can you help me? Listen, there are a lot of us that have grown and have had traumatic experiences in our life. There are a lot of us that have had things to go on in our lives. but it gives you no right to be disrespectful, especially to the birthday girl. Because if I was the birthday person and you get up and you walk out, you walking out my life, period. And I don't even want to hear nothing from you ever again. I'm just saying, I'm an Aquarius. We don't care no way. But I'm just saying, you're not gonna disrespect me like that. And I'm so glad that my boy was like, hold on, let me say what I was saying. And the moment that he was kind of like trying to really explain, and again, fellas, we get the bad rep when we say, hold up, or wait a minute, and we put our hand up, or we say, well, hold on, let me try to talk to you. Let me explain it to you. The moment that we even seem to be in a position of power to stand up to say this is not what I meant. Now you got to be doing all of this and doing all that and acting like you fist a buck. Can you get somewhere and sit down, please, before this man grab you and shake the shit out of you and shake all them damn sequins off that blouse you had on? Well, it look like a whole ass. Y'all remember when you be in church and you playing the tambourine and you see one of the tambourines fall off? It would look like a whole floor of him. I got the sweetest hangover. I'm just saying. Well, like a whole floor sequin, all on the floor. And I'm telling you, I'm glad they had no spotlight in there because all I had would have been blind sitting at that table. I ain't lying. I would close my eyes and I'd be seeing all kind of dots. I'm just saying. People, you can't do that. Cat just said you can't miss some words and then get upset. That's what I'm saying, sis. Like you can't do that. You can't be hearing what you want to hear. Cannot be doing that. Now, if he would have said, B, ain't nobody XYZ and me, then I can understand, like, oh, okay, you are all right now. And wait a minute, him and me and him, or he and I, it's like if I disrespected a woman and he's sitting there, he was like, Q, no, man, no, I gotta check you on that, bro. No, it's a woman sitting here, bro. If he would have said that was a wait a minute, Keith, hold on, man, it's a woman, it's a lady, man. What is you doing? Because we know respect, because he was raised in a respectful household. I was raised in a household where my mama didn't play that. You're not disrespecting a woman like that. What is wrong with you? You will not do that. And let me find out about it. Grown and all, I'm going to handle up on you. And so that's the thing, you just sometimes you got to be able to sit yourself down for a second and get the help that you need. Because I guarantee you, if she don't change her attitude, she gonna die alone. And I hate to say that, or she gonna run across the right one. I don't know why. You know what he said? $69. That's what Trump said. That's how much he said he's selling his Tesla for. I think he said he bought a blue one too, sis. I think he said he bought a blue one. So can we not do that? Can we not half cook the food and then get mad when the food ain't done? That you cook? Can we not get mad at that? Can you not get mad that you didn't hear this man, quote unquote? Because I think she heard what he said. I just think that she was looking for an out. I'm telling you, the way she walked up in there, it was as if that the birthday girl owed her presence. Like, I'm in here, and so what? And you walking around here, build like this. Tell you the truth, you can't be walking around here square, Bob, the SpongeBob SquarePants, and you build like a square, and you think, and the dude that you got now, he might be overlooking that. Just saying. That is for the YNs. Like seriously, sis. Like that is for the YNs. But see, but I'm gonna tell you now, the YNs, half of them probably wouldn't put up with it now because the YNs being put hands on them. At least my boy was trying to explain because I ain't gonna lie to you now. If he would have got mad, because he didn't trip. He ain't gonna get mad and at something simple like that. But if she would have said the right thing at the wrong time or the wrong thing at the right time, he would have cleared her. And I would have been up there laughing because you started it. She started it. She shouldn't have said that because you don't offend a man like that. And what if he was a part of the LGBT community? You don't even know that. Now he's not, but I'm just saying, what if he was? Do you know how offensive that is? You just can't, we talking about a heterosexual man that got children, got a wife, and got all this kind of stuff, and you gonna say something like that to him and you won't even know him like that? You man, bro, like I said, I would have called her loose booty in the first place. When she walked up in there and she walking like this. Y'all know how ladies, how y'all be trying to put that little swing in y'all walk. Bad built and bad attitudes do not mix. That should be the name of the next Devil's Advocate show. I didn't call Ernie. Oh, I'm sorry, Big E or Uncle E or whatever he calling himself nowadays. I don't know. I got to catch him on the day. Kids say built like a gallon milk jug. Cat say even if he did, you don't get offended. You just move the fuck around. That too. And you know what? And I'm kind of glad that she left because sis, I'm not gonna lie, we had so much more fun when she left. I mean, it was just as if the air was clear, like it wasn't no fog in the air no more. I'm telling you, I'm thank God for Keisha. Keisha, I don't know if you'll ever see this. I don't know your last name. I don't know you from Mechanic Paint. And I sure hope that wasn't your man that was looking at me and my boy yelling at you for singing Tyrone because we were singing Tyrone because Homegirl needed to call Tyrone with all that shit. But I sure hope that wasn't your man because he was sure looking over there like, okay, who the hell is these dudes and why they yelling out my girl name like this? I'm just saying, thank God for Keisha because Keisha came in the nick of time. Yes, she did. She came in the nick of time. Yes, she did. Listen, I've been on 53 minutes. I am about to find that again because I'm gonna tell you something. I played it at the beginning of the show. If you called it cool, if you didn't cool, I'm gonna probably play the rest of it or just actually play it probably all the way through, or as probably close to the end as I can without them trying to flag me. But listen, this Erica Badu tribute, you know what I'm saying, to Diana Ross was just the bomb for me. That I love Erica Badu, period. I mean, I love her, period. I actually wanted to try to do a mashup because I really, really want to see a versus, like for real. Now, y'all tell me if I'm wrong for this, or y'all tell me if y'all would like to see it. I would love to see a versus between Erica Badu and Jill Scott. Oh my God. Oof, I'm itching for a versus. Now you listen. You say what you want to say. You do feel what you want to feel. Do what you want to do. I ain't changing it. I'm not gonna change it because I would love to see that versus. Like I would love to see that versus. I know they got different styles. I know that they're both eclectic in their own way. They're both superstars. They're both, just iconic legends in the R&B game. But I would love to see Erica Badu and Jill Scott in a versus. I mean, I would love to see it. Keith said there is no contest. Erica Badu all day. Oof. Cassie laughing at me, but I'm just saying I would love to see it. I'm a fan of both of them. Listen, I've seen Erica in person like 4 times. I've seen Jill Scott in person like 6 times. I don't follow Jill from Philly, Oklahoma, Houston, Dallas, Atlanta. And what was the last time I seen Jilly? I seen her twice in Oklahoma because I think I went to see her in not Ardmore, Oklahoma City, and I went to see her at the WinStar. Shoot. Man, listen, yep. I'm done. Don't be nasty and needy. Check your attitude at the door. And if not, call your nearest therapist. If you are employed, call your employee assistance program and have them set you up with a therapist. By your state, you should get at least 2 or 3 visits for free so they can help you out and help you find out with your narcissistic ass why you behave the way that you do. And if you don't think that something is wrong with you, then, it just ain't everybody. It ain't everybody. But yeah, I'm fist to play this. I sure am. I'm fist to play this. And that's gonna be my last word for the night. I'm jump off and I'm gonna let y'all enjoy this. And then I'm gonna end the show. Y'all have a good and a wonderful night. We'll see y'all on this coming Saturday. And yeah, thank you for watching. Share the broadcast and all that good stuff. And we'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.
If there's a cure for this, I don't want it. I don't want it. If there's a remedy, I run from it. I run from it. Think about it all the time. Never let it in my mind, 'cause I love you.
Truth is, I'm scared cause when I see you coming, all I wanna do is tell you that I love you. I know you're better off without me cause your tears stain eyes make it dark out when you're around me. Like a needle lost in the sand, the ink dried in my hand. It's unthinkable. Like a bird that never learned to fly, I shouldn't ask you to try. It's unthinkable.